Hello and welcome to another episode of Nathanchu's Disney Review. I am your host Nathanchu, and today we are reviewing the first Disney roller coaster, the Matterhorn. It's the only one that Walt Disney actually saw, and it's also the first steel tubular roller coaster ever made. Hope you enjoy the review. The Matterhorn Bobsleds opened up on June 14th, 1959. It was one of three e-ticket attractions that expanded Tomorrowland, along with the submarine voyage ride and the monorail, which was the first monorail open up in the Western Hemisphere. And the Matterhorn was also a first, for it was the first tubular steel continuous track roller coaster ever constructed. So it is really a landmark of roller coasters in general. Now, the Matterhorn is modeled off the same mountain name, the Matterhorn, in the Swiss Alps. Walt Disney got inspired by the Matterhorn while filming Third Man on the Mountain. The Matterhorn has gone through some changes over the years, but during the construction of it, it was right in the path of the old Skyway line, which anyone gone to Disney after 1994, they're not going to know what I'm talking about because it was gone. 1994 was the last time it was there, and it was disappeared. So there used to be actually two giant holes in the mountain to let the Skyway buckets go through. Now, the mountain isn't always as it was now. It was more white at one point. Now the snow seemed has melted, and it does shine a little bit more with what they did after a refurbishment. It was down for quite a while for the refurbishment, where they've changed the sleds many times. It's gone where it was just a sled of one. Then they made a package of two. Used to be able to hold 8 guests. Now it holds 6. The 8 guests, someone had to sit in someone's lap. But when it did its refurbishments, it was in stages. First, in the 1970s, the ride actually switched from Tomorrowland to Fantasyland. And the Imagineers was going to break up the hollow interior. Like, if you looked up, you'd be able to see, like, the inside of the mountain. And so they added more tunnels and everything, so you couldn't really see the inner parts of the mountain. Another addition in the 70s was the Abominable Snowman, which was Harold. There was a couple of them, one on each side of the track and one that both did see, as well as some red eyes that you saw. 94 is when the Skyway closed. They also had an abandoned crate named Wells Expedition as a tribute to Frank Wells, who was a mountain climber and was Disney's president and chief operating officer since 1984. In 2012, it went for a 6-month refurbishment, which is where they added the new bobsleds that I was talking about, where you fit 3. Most people don't like those bobsleds because it is a little bit tighter for people that are bigger. I can only sit in the front part of the sled, whether it be the front sled, or I should say the front seat of the sled. They also resurfaced the mountain, where the snow on the mountain, it used to be merely white paint, but they added some glass beads in there, so it actually reflects sunlight like snow actually does. And then in 2015, again, this was to prepare for the 60th anniversary, they closed down the Matterhorn for a few months again to add some new effects. The lift hill at the beginning used to just look like falling snow. Now you actually see a projected image of the new Abominable Snowman through a sheet of ice, kind of watching you as you go up. And then when you actually get up top of the hill where the Expedition and Crystals were, they have now a bunch of dismantled ride vehicles. It was old Skyway buckets, the old bobsleds, as if, I don't know if he's called Harold now, but we'll say Harold for the time being had attacked all these things and collected them, and now you're trying to run from them. They also added new Harold animatronics with updated effects and everything. I have yet to ride this version of the Matterhorn because it is just so recently opened. It opened on May 22nd, or reopened on May 22nd. So I've not made my chance to go out there and see this. I am looking forward to seeing it because I do love the Matterhorn. It is my second favorite roller coaster ride there. And it was also the last one I rode there. Is for some reason we never rode the Matterhorn. People didn't like the bumpiness of it and whatnot. But it's definitely worth the least to ride it the one time. I will warn you, it is a little hard the back, or if you're a bigger person, whether it be tall or width-wise, just make sure you ask like if you could sit in the front seat. If you're taller, because you do get a little bit more leg room. Not much, but you do get some more. And some people, like, it hurts their back to ride on it. I'm perfectly fine with it. I don't know how they could make it more of a smoother ride. It'd probably have to be down for a lot longer than it has been. And I don't see them doing that anytime soon. But I give it 4.5 toboggan sleds out of 5. It's definitely worth the ride down. It's not scary of a ride at all. It's really cool to ride it at night, or at least it used to be cool to ride it at night, especially with the crystals. But now they have the crystals out, so I'm curious how it is to ride at night now. So next time I go, I'm going to have to try to ride it twice just to see it. It's worth checking out. Go check it out when you're there. The wait can seem to be 25 to 40 minutes, sometimes longer. It actually goes really fast. Plus, if you're on the Tomorrowland side, actually that's where all you line up now, because they don't let you line up on the other side anymore. I mean, you get the view of Autopia, you get people driving by, you get the view of the subs, and you get the view of the Matterhorn itself, which has a lot of details in it. Maybe you get to see some abominable snowman footprints on the different sides of the mountain. Go check it out. Thank you for watching this review on the Matterhorn. Hope you enjoyed it. Now, for more of these videos, please subscribe to the channel here at Red Button Jam Fest. You can also check out our website, redbuttonjamfest.com, for more videos and podcasts and whatnot. And you can follow me on Twitter at Nathanchu, that's Nathanchu. Hope you guys have a good one, and remember, keep it magical.